Aquarius, welcome. Madame will see you now. So, Aquarius, what's going to happen now is that we're going to have a reading for the beginning of July, but really it's for any time when you stumble upon this video. I just need something to put on the thumbnail on YouTube. I will be showing you some pictures and saying some words about these pictures, and I will be making these words into stories the way I can, and you will be understanding these stories in the unique way that only you can. And this is the moment where I would like to remind you that it is scientifically not possible to predict future with a piece of paper. However, it is possible that this piece of paper, the picture in it, the story behind it, might stimulate your imagination. And your imagination, Aquarius, is what shapes your reality. So it works like this. You see something here that might remind you of something in your life, or might look absolutely not familiar to you, but attractive. You like it, you want to have it. So what you need to do is to say, that's my story, and then it's your story. If you see something familiar or not familiar that you do not like in these cards and the stories, then all you have to do is just to forget all about it, and then it won't be a part of your story. That's how it works. If you want to say thank you for the reading, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to the channel, you can share, recommend it to somebody. You can buy me a coffee, there's a link in the description. If you don't feel like any of this but still want to say thanks, you can just do something nice in the world around you. Just make people smile, do something good. That's enough. If you have a bad day, if you hate me, the reading, anything, there's a dislike button. Please click it. Don't keep it in. Let it out. It's healthier this way. So, Aquarius, now let us see what do we have this time for you. Shall we? We have the Judgment in the reverse. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Phoenix. We have the Choice and the Man in the reverse. I feel, well, not I feel, it looks like you feel like you're not quite yourself, and you decide to take care of the basics, to take care of your health, to take care of your home, to make sure that you're comfortable, to make sure that you're rested, to make sure that you're well fed. Maybe you are having a closer look at your diet, or maybe you're having a closer look at your health, like going to the doctor or doing some sports. I see you getting enough sleep. I see you being concentrated on your emotional well-being as well. While in this time, I don't see you being as open to the others, as in you don't invest emotionally in them too much. You don't offer yourself to anybody. What also you don't do self-analysis. You don't beat yourself up over mistakes, anything that might have happened in the past. You also don't you don't overanalyze, you don't overthink. You're concentrated on your basic needs, on your health, on your stability, which is quite cool, honestly. Alright, we have the Six of Swords in the upright, we have the Knight of Wands in the upright, the Eight of Swords, the Snake in the reverse, the Rider in the reverse, and the Tree in the reverse. Yes, I think you might feel the need to do all this because you do have some issues with the. Okay, if you're into chakras, you have some issues with the root chakra. Maybe out of balance, maybe in the low energy mode. If you're not into chakras, it feels like you don't. Like you feel like you have the ground kicked out from under your feet, or just you don't feel it anymore. So you feel you've been disconnected from yourself, from your body. Maybe you're just so much into work that you kind of transformed yourself into a function rather than a person, and you miss it, and you decide to move away from this mode of life and concentrate yourself on yourself, finding back to yourself. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, we have the Dragon in the reverse, we have the Labyrinth in the reverse, and the Park in the reverse. You're distancing yourself from... Okay, so I think it might be the reason why you have these racing thoughts and everything. It might not be about a work. I mean, you might be tired at work, but what it also might be, I feel, is a situation with people. And it's not like people as in a romantic relationship, partnership, whatever. It's more like a situation with people around you. It might be at work, it might still be at work, but it also can be friends, very demanding friends, family, that really just take all your energy. And please make sure please make sure not to use work as an excuse to stay away from them. So maybe you feel like you need to concentrate on yourself, on what you need, on your needs and everything, but the only excuse you think the people would accept from you is more work. So you start working more to prove them that you have a lot to do, so they leave you alone. I don't think it's healthy because, as we see here, you do have some problems with your root chakra. You do have some disconnect from, being grounded and knowing where you are, what you are, etc. Knowing that you are at all. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, Tarantula in the reverse, the Man in the reverse again, and the Magnifying Glass. Alright, you know what I see here? Yeah, I see here you building a very elaborate plan to escape people around you. Like, where I said here? Sorry. I just need to yawn. We have a very funny weather today. But I'm not asleep, no worries. So I feel here that you try to work more to get away from people. It might not be working, or you might notice that it's not a good idea because Now that you don't have people around you, you have work around you, which is just as tiring. So here you start to, there are people who just, you can't give anything to them because you're burned out, you're empty. And you just can't communicate, you just can't do anything with these people. So you try to design an elaborate plan how to escape them. Maybe you invent a project that you work on that would require from you going somewhere on a trip away. Maybe you something along those lines. I don't know. I don't know what I would think of if I had to design something like this. So yeah, Aquarius. I don't know how scary do these people are or have to be, or how strong the ties seem to be that they can't let you go. I mean, of course, if you have you're the only person who can care for a very small child, then obviously, but it looks to me, doesn't look like children to me, or at least not children that can't be left alone. I have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, the Six of Cups in the reverse. I have the Seven Swords in the upright, the Starfish in the reverse, the Cross in the reverse, and the Bridge in the reverse. Yeah, I mean, it will be like this. I mean, it all shows me just really, at some point, I think you just even be tired of inventing something. Just tell the first story that you can invent and just off you are. Just not burning the bridges. There might be some resistance from these people. There might be them asking questions that you can't answer, so you will be avoiding it, or I don't know, maybe even lying to them. Sometimes people have to. But really, your sole focus is this independence, is this escaping. So whatever it is, you try not to, sever the ties to these people. You're kind of trying to protect their feelings too while doing it, but all your thoughts are about escaping. We have the Chariot in the reverse, the Ten of Cups in the reverse. We have the Three of Swords, and all in the reverse, the Legend in the reverse, and the Woman in the upright. Feelings will be hurt. It might not be a very good idea just to, escape people without talking to them, without explaining what it is. Because I see here people being unhappy, feelings being hurt, hearts being broken, miscommunications, misunderstandings. Let me have a look at the last bit of cards. We have the World, we have the Moon, we have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, we have the Eagle in the reverse, we have the Heart, and the Tower in the reverse. Alright, Aquarius, let me tell you a story. There was a person who was at the limit of their energy, strength, physical, mental resources. And they knew they have to do something about it. They had people around them who they loved, who meant something to them. but they just couldn't do it anymore because they urgently needed to take care of themselves. However, they thought that these people wouldn't understand it. Might have something to do with the way that Aquarius was raised, as in having to sacrifice yourself for the others, having to be the guardian of the family, of the people who trust you, having to be strong for them. So Aquarius started to find excuses to be alone or away from these people, so they can try and find something more, some love, something to give them while they're away from them. They started working more. They started trying to go on business trips. They started finding any excuse to be away from these people and alone. Of course, with the work, it didn't work that well, because at work you also have things that require your attention. So you started finding even shallower and shallower excuses, until at some point you just escaped. And not ran away, but, just said something very unconvincing before you left for a while. And it hurt these other people around Aquarius, because they don't necessarily need you to sacrifice yourself for others. They need you just to be there. They need you to be happy. They need you to be healthy. They need you to take care of yourself too. And they're hurt because you lied to them. They think maybe that you don't like them anymore. They think maybe that you don't... maybe they're not as important for you anymore. That's what they think. They're hurt. And I see in the end... I see them forgiving you in the end. And it's up to you. I mean, they will let you have your independence, the space that you need, because they love you. They don't understand why, but they will tell you, come on, I'm not mad, it's okay. But what is up to you? So, and you'll be, on the same terms, back together. Whatever it might be, family, kids, partners, I don't know. But I think it's up to you to decide if you want to open to them and admit your vulnerability and admit your need for space and why you did it in the first place. Or if you just let it slide and until the next time when you need space again. That's a very interesting story here. That's a very interesting conversation that we had, that you might have with other people. So it's all up to you, Aquarius, and I hope you make a right decision, and Madame will see you again next.